I don't think searching like this is the best way.
Diner haunted. Evil spirit breaks into restaurant and eats double its body weight in food. Oh, do you think Tail did this? Seems like his style.
Sounds like a very hungry criminal came up with a very poor excuse.
What about this one? Paranormal activity reported at exclusive horror immersia. Guests experience haunting within 7 days of screening. It reminds me of when I used to watch horror immersia to train my courage. Whenever there was a suspenseful moment, Tail would jump up and scare me.
Guys, I feel like this is just some sort of prank, or a marketing stunt to boost ticket sales. Huahua has been browsing Ghostly Grove for hours. Every time she finds a suspicious incident, she says, "Do you think Tail did this?" Problem is, any suspicious incident could be Tail-related when you think about it.
I feel like Tail is still around. Oh, but if so, why didn't he come back to see me?
He was your Tail for so many years. I'm sure he'd come back to say hi. Or bye.
Anyway, even if you don't find Tail, you're still a great judge. The success of our ghost hunting squad proves it.
Thank you, Miss Gwei. I don't really get compliments. Without the encouragement of you squad members, working with you guys has made me feel a little more confident. Oh, but it's hard not to think about the days when Tail was still around. Back then, I was a useless coward. I'd hide at the first sign of trouble. Tail would always complain about it, but he'd also get me out of danger.
Reminds me of me and my brother. Sort of a love-hate relationship.
Hey, look at this!
Did you find Tail?
Hey, look at this!
Is this something Tail would do?
Tail or no tail, it's definitely the work of a heliobus.
Let's hurry up and get to the scene. There'll be trouble to pay if we're too late.
Be careful, everyone. This sounds like a very aggressive heliobus.
Hey, calm down!
I just learned a new technique. I'll use it to end your life.
Unauthorized personnel should keep their distance. It's dangerous here.
Actually, we're not really unauthorized, are we, Judge?
Is that Sushang? And a judge? Why are the Ten Lords Commission here?
It's a very long story, so let's deal with the problem at hand first.
Mr. Cloud Knight, sir, the Ten Lords Commission will handle this. Thank you for your cooperation.
Understood. Please, take mercy on him.
Don't worry, this sort of thing is our specialty.
See how you like this?
Judge Huahua, is he all right?
His life isn't in danger, but his hands and feet are spasming, and his speech is incoherent. I think he's experiencing a delusion that he can't snap out of.
I feel like I've been drained of my strength.
Mr. Cloud Knight, sir, are you okay? Can you answer a few questions for me? Do you remember what happened to you?
I think so. I received a report today about an infestation of abominations here at the Alchemy Commission. The captain sent me to clear it out. What happened after that was like a dream. My weapon suddenly started talking to me. It taught me fighting techniques, which moves to avoid, which moves to use, which stances to adopt to retain balance. Then it told me to relax and let it take control against the enemy.
That sounds just like a heliobus.
I followed its instructions. To my surprise, it felt like my combat skills had greatly improved. Still, it told me I was incompetent, like a piece of rotten wood. It was only then that I realized there was a sword-wielding child beside me, staring right at me.
Lots of children grow up learning to use a sword on the Lafu, but for a child to be walking around with one...
I sure hope we're not thinking of the same person.
I realized the boy was the general's retainer, Yanxing.
I knew it.
When I heard my sword say the name, I was in disbelief. And then, for some reason, I just attacked Yanxing.
Are you all right? You should be asking the Cloud Knight.
What happened next was even more outlandish. Yinqing looked like he was talking to the sword in his hand. He turned around and left without looking back. And my weapon never spoke again.
Not good.
I'll take care of the Cloud Knight. You go after Yanqing.
I heard that Yanqing's sword is a famous weapon crafted by the Artisanship Commission. It resonates with its master, reacting to his movements in battle like it has a mind of its own. He must have encountered some kind of danger, and his sword flew away to find someone to help, right?
Danger? Miss Sushang, don't scare me like that! What kind of evil would be strong enough to pose a threat to Yanqing?
I'm not sure, but the Heliobi are strange creatures. Even the sharpest sword can't cut them.
Uh-oh. I just had a thought.
If it's not auspicious, you'd best not say it out loud.
Based on what that Cloud Knight said, it isn't that Yanqing's in danger. Exactly.
Follow the sword. No matter what, we have to find Yanqing before things get even worse.
We've got to catch up with him before things...
This is the dock for Dragon Prayer Terrace. Judging by the sword's behavior, that's where Yanqing is.
Should we really be charging over there? Even without a heliobus, Yanqing is a swords master among swords masters.
Are you scared, Sushang? Me too. Compared to the other Heliobi we've dealt with so far, this one seems like it could do some serious damage.
Scared? My mother taught me swordplay as soon as I could walk. I might not be as good as the General's apprentice, but I would never let cowardice dishonor the name of the Cloud Knights or the family sword. But I am worried. If the heliobus possessing Yanqing is too strong, I'm afraid I might not be able to guarantee everyone's safety.
The General has been supporting our ghost hunting squad from the very beginning. It's time to return the favor. Even if it wasn't for the General's sake, as a judge, I can't let a heliobus take over someone as dangerous as Yanqing. Sushang, Miss Gui, Miss Trailblazer, please help me rescue him. Yanqing is at Dragon Prayer Terrace. Let's go.
What are all these swords doing in Dragon Prayer Terrace?
It must be a Shouldn't we ring the harmonic chime and see if we can talk to Yanqing inside the illusion?
Illusion? Since each of you can see it, wouldn't that mean you'd fallen into the illusion as well? Don't be alarmed. To me, This sword formation is a precious arsenal. When I gaze upon any one, 1,000 sword fights dance before my eyes. The swordplay far exceeding anything I have learned. And better yet, they welcome those who wish to pursue higher realms with open arms. The General? You lie! I've already finished my assignment at the Alchemy Commission. I have no further orders. This is my own time. I came here to learn from Master Apira. To learn from these swords.
Apira? That he'll...
Correct. Master Apira promised to show me the flaws in my swordplay, and had to take it to the next level. That's why I brought them to Dragon Prayer Terrace, where I suffered my most serious setback.
Young one, with me, everything will be different. Whether it be Imbibitor Lunae, the Stellaron Hunters, or that woman, your accomplishments will exceed them. You will be matchless, without limits.
Matchless without limits. You're just in time. The swords have taught me something already. I'd like to see how sharp my skills have become. My skills are lacking. I've been through countless defeats. But with Apira as my master, no longer.
Why is he attacking us?
Get them! Fiends or devils! I'll crush them all!
Awaken, Thorn Scales. World-cleansing dragon.
Conflict is pitiless!
All will be revealed in lunar flame. Blade of moonlight.
Heavens, rise!
A sword fight must be fought with sincerity of heart and mind. Give it your all.
Lieutenant Yanqing, snap out of it! We don't want to fight you!
But I want to fight you, and we're just getting started. Cut through the ranks.
Trifling.
Ha! Their skills are nothing compared to mine.
Then... why not hack them down right here?
Hack them down? I thought we were just sparring.
The laws of the battlefield are no different from the laws of the universe. Life for victory, and death for defeat. Swordsmanship is the art of victory, and only the victorious swords can be passed on. Swords defeated are buried among the barren wastelands.
But
You're resisting me? Rid yourself of these needless notions of clemency. How can you move forward without casting these distractions aside? Raise your sword.
Life for victory and death for defeat, huh? All this talk of laws of the battlefield and the universe. You think that gives the appearance of a Grand Master? You're just using someone else's ambition to satisfy your own desire to shed blood. This Xuan Yuan sword in my hand has been passed down through my family for generations. When my mother gave it to me, she said, "The bread may bake, but the hearth remains." And for a long time, I had no idea what she was talking about. Today, I just realized I misheard her. I think she actually said, "The edge may break, but the heart remains." The Lieutenant Yanqing, the winner and loser of this battle, have yet to be determined. Don't give me that "there's no point in fighting any longer" speech.
this little wench's fighting spirit is on fire. Young one, since she insists on fighting, will you give her our answer?
I won't back down!
Miss Sushang, you...
This is between fellow Cloud Knights. Losing a fight isn't a big deal, but if I abandon my fellow soldiers and bring dishonor to the Knights, how could I wield my sword again? Granted, I might not last more than a few moves. You guys go get the General, quickly! I'll try and hold him off until he gets here.
Sushang, my bestie still. That was pretty freaking cool.
A Spiritfarer told me that the General is still in Victral Garden. Let's hurry! I think the only one that can break Yanqing's illusion is Jing Yuan himself.
Is something the matter? You seem out of breath. A heliobus that creates illusions for the sole purpose of instructing someone in swordplay. I wouldn't mind learning a few tricks from them myself. Unfortunately, it sounds like this one is a little too aggressive to be a decent sparring partner. This is not an adversary that someone as young as Yanqing is equipped to deal with.
General, we need to move fast. If we wait any longer, I'm afraid that Sushang might be...
I can understand your sense of urgency. But before I leave, I have a question for Cirrus, who has been listening this whole time. I trust you are familiar with Pyra.
Naturally. Among the Heliobi, Pyra manifests the courage and warring spirit of Ignimar. They are the most aggressive of all the fragments. But who is this Swordmaster? Who is Yanqing?
My apprentice.
Oh, no wonder I smell a hint of sadness in you. In order to rescue his incompetent apprentice, the master must fight on the battlefield himself.
You know the flavor of sadness, but not its meaning. An apprentice obsessed with victory and defeat has lost his mind to a heliobus, and is now trying to shortcut his way to mastery of the sword. This is my failure to him as a master. And the source of grief you see in me now.
Then you should hurry. Pyra has an insatiable bloodlust. Once they've enslaved your mind, they can make you turn against your friends, your kin, even your own master. Go! I don't wish to delay your death match with your apprentice.
Sushang is awaiting our timely arrival at Dragon Prayer.
Lieutenant of the Seat of Divine Foresight. Is that the best you can do? And I was thinking I'd be done for the moment you drew your sword. I didn't think I would last this long. I'm not half as bad as I thought.
Young one, you're hesitating again. You're always hesitating. Your opponent is no match for you. Yet they have managed to fend you off for this long. As a swordsman, have you not any pride? Do you want to repeat the disaster you suffered at Dragon Prayer Terrace? It's time to finish it. Only blood can cleanse the shame of the sword.
He won't do it.
General.
Young one, your old teacher has arrived. Under his tutelage, you never experienced true failure. But after suffering your first major setback, your confidence in your swordsmanship has been faltering. You worry that the General is disappointed in you. You worry that you don't have what it takes to be the person the General wants you to be. Now, show him what I have taught you. He'll be very proud of your progress. Tell him that with your sword, you will bring victory to the Xianzhou.
With...
Yan Qing would never draw his sword on me to prove himself. I have confidence in him. This confidence is not a belief that he will win every contest. It is a belief that he will one day break free from the paradigm of victory and defeat, and realize his true reason for wielding the sword. The pleasure of swordsmanship, the saving of life, and the dispatchment of enemies. This truth must be discovered by himself. No one can teach it to him. Now is the time for him to take that step.
General.
Break free from victory and defeat? Those are just empty words to comfort the dead and the defeated. If the sword of that Stellaron hunter had pierced your flesh, you wouldn't be standing here pondering the meaning of victory and defeat. Now is the time to break all your chains. Draw your sword on your master, to the General who is trying to imprison you.
General, allow me to demonstrate my swordsmanship. Apira, I challenge these swords to battle!
Young fool. How? None of that matters anymore. While teaching you, I studied your every move inside out. And now you wish to throw down the gauntlet. Very well. In your own image, and with your swordplay, every stroke and sway, I've committed it all to memory. Now, allow me to demonstrate. With merciless intent, how powerful I am.
No, Yan Qing. Conceal your form and hide your intentions. Don't fall for their distractions.
Understood.
Show no mercy. The strength.
I'm gonna hold everyone back again!
Get them!
Conflict is pitiless!
Stand down.
I sense a storm.
Punish evil!
Here is thunder!
Tedious. All will be revealed in lunar flame. Blade of moonlight.
The strength.
Try harder.
Out of moves.
It's a long time.
I'm scared!
Stay put! Get them!
I can do this!
Awaken the world-cleansing dragon.
devils! I'll crush them all!
I sense a storm.
I'm gonna hold everyone back again! Give me strength!
Stand down. All will be revealed in lunar flame. Blade of moonlight. I failed.
One hit, one stroke of luck, one victory.
Ew, it's about time we got this guy into the gourd.
General.
I know what you wish to say, Yanqing. We can move past the melodrama.
Then, to the rest of you, thank you for bringing me out of that daze. Especially you, Miss Sushang.
Why does everyone that gets heliobust love to apologize for it? You're the victim here. They're the ones stirring up chaos. It should be me thanking you for holding back during our battle. Or maybe, just maybe, it's due to a sudden skill improvement? Don't you think?
She went toe-to-toe with the General Star pupil. I'd be pretty pleased with myself, too. We're gonna need to get you a front-page news story for this one. Heck, let's get some billboards!
So, you've made it your daily mission to tease me, huh?
With respect to this incident, what is your plan for posting on the Luofu's Ghostly Grove? Since it concerns the seat of divine foresight, I am hoping you could.
Well, about that. Let me discuss it with her first. Is everyone okay with this?
Thanks for covering for me. I'm so embarrassed.
All's well that ends well. We should hurry back and lock up Hyra in the evil binding matrix. They're a dangerous one. I'm afraid they might escape.
Well then, Yanqing and I will take our leave now.
All right, let's get out of here.
That was a big risk, Mitsushi.
Actually, I'm well aware of my own limits. If it weren't for Yanqing resisting that heliobus, maybe I wouldn't have been able to hold on until you brought reinforcements.
Come to think of it, we only needed one person to fetch reinforcements. Why didn't we get her to stay behind with you? And why didn't you ask?
It's kinda embarrassing, but I was caught up in the moment. I guess I never thought it through.
Ugh. Sometimes I wonder whether your head's screwed on right. We need to take you to the Alchemy Commission for a checkup.
Maybe, but my actions kept everyone safe, and that's what matters. Miss Huahua needed someone to look out for her, and little Gui is just a civilian. You shouldn't be putting yourself in risky situations. As for her, she's a distinguished guest of the Seat of Divine Foresight. If anything were to happen to her, it could turn into a diplomatic crisis. After weighing things up in my head, it made the most sense for only me to stay put.
If I still had my tail, I wouldn't be slowing everyone down.
Sorry, Huahua. I didn't think it through. You were never a burden.
It's not your fault, Miss Sushong. It's just... I've been wondering... how can someone average like me keep up with the affairs of the Ten Lords Commission without my tail? Forget it. We should get some rest. There could be even bigger dangers waiting for us tomorrow.